Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this really cute witch's hat door hanger using all items from the Dollar Tree. Now this little sign here that says the witch is in, that was a smaller piece that came off of a bigger sign that I got from Dollar Tree last year, but I have been told that they are going to have those signs again this year. So if you don't have that little piece there, don't worry about it. Yours is going to look just fine without it. Okay, so basically what you're going to need, of course, is one of these sparkly witch hats from the Dollar Tree. Actually, I use everything from the Dollar Tree. These little witch legs, they come in purple, orange, and green. One spool of wired ribbon. One spool of this sparkly ribbon. You're not going to use a whole spool, and you're going to use... I usually use a whole spool of this in these types of door hangers. So one spool of this and one spool of this, and you'll be okay. You're going to need some pipe cleaners and 4 rolls of the mesh from the Dollar Tree. I use, on these types of door hangers, over 3 rolls, but a lot of times not quite 4. So I would say 3.5 rolls. But anyway, get 4 rolls and you'll be okay. Scissors, a glue gun, and glue sticks. And if you want to measure, something to measure with. Now, unlike my other hats, like the scarecrow hat and everything that I make with these forms, I'm not going to take this black stuff off. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to take off these tacky little silver letters. Here, just throw that on the floor over there. I clean my craft room after every video, so I will sweep that up later. Okay, just leave that silver on there. This is going to be covered up. You're not going to see it. Okay, so we're going to be making clusters like I usually do for my other wreaths, but they're going to be just a little bit different. We're not going to be using the rolled method. I'm going to be using what I call the ruffle method. And a lot of people, their ideas of ruffle wreaths are different from mine. I just call these ruffles. Open up my ribbon here. I apologize. I should have already done that. So I cut a piece of mesh, and this is roughly 30 inches long. Okay, so 30 inches for that. I'm going to go ahead and get out a pipe cleaner here. We'll get out a pipe cleaner, fold it in half like this, and then cut it in half. And take that half and fold it into a V and just set that off to the side. Now we've got our 30-inch piece of mesh. For the ribbon, I cut it at 1.5 lengths of the roll of mesh. And because these are 6 inches, of course, the length of your cut ribbon is going to be 9 inches. So just like this. Then I'm going to cut a little V into the end. Just like this. Some people fold their ribbon in half when they cut it. I don't like doing that. You do it however you want to do it. I'll do it however I want to do it. There we go. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Now take your piece of mesh and lay it out long ways like this with the short end facing you. And with your thumbs in the center here, just kind of push this, hold it, and take the rest of your fingers and just gather this mesh up. Just like this. Gather, gather. Oh, come on. This mesh is so egotistical, it just wants to hang all over itself. You see that? Okie dokie. So now we have something that looks like this. I'm just going to hold it between my fingers. Here's my piece of wired ribbon. Now, whatever side is the pretty side, which is this, you want that side facing your fingertips. So now I'm just going to put my ribbon like that, pitch it between my fingers, take my pipe cleaner V, wrap it around like that. Now tighten this up really tight. Just give it 1 or 2 good twists on the back. And there is your little bundle. And it's okay if your ribbon's all cattywampus at this point. You go back when you got it filled up and then you can fix it. So now all I'm going to do is, if you can feel with your finger, there's the outer rim here. And then there's this ridge that sticks up. That's what you're going for, this ridge that's sticking up. Just take your pipe cleaner, just run it down in there, bring it around to the back. Please go through. course, it's not going to work on me. There we are. And just pull this up and give it a good twist, just like that. Okay? And that has attached your first little cluster. Now, if you can feel with your fingers, you can see there's a little section right here at the tip of the hat. I put 2 clusters in there, and then between that post and this post, I put 3, 3, 3, 3, and then at this very end, put 2 again. So there is our first one, and I'm going to alternate. I'm going to do a cluster with ribbon, a cluster without, cluster with, cluster without, all the way till I get over here to the end, and then I'll come back and we will decorate it. Okay, this is what I've got so far. See how pretty and full it is? Then after I get done decorating it, then I'll go back and I'll fluff out my ribbons and make them look exactly the way I want it to. But what we're going to do up here at the very top is we're going to put a little decoration up here just to kind of spruce that up a little bit. So let me put that off to the side. And I have 2 more clusters here. Yes, they're the same size as the clusters that I put on the bottom of the hat. Same size. On one of the clusters, I made it using just half of the pipe cleaner and set that to the side. And this other one I made using a whole pipe cleaner. And what I'm going to do is take the one with the whole pipe cleaner, and it's going to be on top. Take the other one here, and I'm just going to lay them across each other like that to kind of crisscross it and make sort of a massive cluster here and flip that over. And I'm just going to fasten them together like this. Just like that. You can fluff this out later. So I'm trying to get that out of the way. There we go. Okay, now up here at the very tip of the hat, you can just feel it with your finger. There's a little hole right there. I'm just going to take part of the pipe cleaner, run it down through right there, flip her over, and then twist, twist, twist to make sure that stays on. Oh gosh, where are my wire cutters? I'm not prepared. I was cleaning my table and I put my wire cutters back in my basket and didn't realize that I did it. Okay, so there we go. There's a nice big cluster on the tip of our hat. And it's just a tiny little bit wobbly. So I think what I'm going to do is reinforce it with just a little bit of hot glue. I just put a bunch on it right there and stick that down. Okay, now I've got a bat, one of these little purple sparkly bats. And I'm going to put that right in the center. Let me scoot my chair back here. Right in the center of this cluster, and I'm just going to hold that in place with some hot glue. So let me get my ribbon right here. And I'm just going to put a big old blob of hot glue right there. I'm going to stick my little bat down. All right, stay on there, baby. Stick that there. Okay, move that on up and let that set up. Okay, now one of these big purple spiders, and yes, they're hollow on the bottom, and that can make it tricky to try to fasten to anything, but I just take a bunch of hot glue and I fill up this little center portion here, and I stick my pipe cleaner down in it and let it harden up. And then I think I want him somewhere right in here. So I'm just going to move a little bit of this mesh out of the way, and then I'm just going to thread the pipe cleaners through the hat. Well, I said I was. And then grab the bottoms, and then I'll tighten it up by twisting it on the back. I'm not going to flip my hat around because I don't want to dislodge that little puff that I made up top. So waiting for the glue to set up on that. Okay, there we go. Let's get his little legs right there. Okay, speaking of legs, on the bottom, these witch legs. I'm going to put these witch legs on the bottom of the hat. And these legs do come from Dollar Tree. They don't look exactly like this when you get them in the store. I doctored them up a bit. If you want to see the video on how I did that, please check up here. I'll also pin a comment down below with the link to that video. Anyway, let's move our hat up. This is the very bottom of it. I'm just going to take my leg, and if you look carefully, you'll see this is the ridge where it's sewn onto the shoe. Make sure that's facing to the back. And I'm just going to take the end of the leg. I think my glue has set up now, so I'm going to flip this hat over. Okay, so this is the back. Let me get my feet positioned where I want them. Oh, Lordy, get out of the way. I think right here, like these two center rungs here. And I'm just going to take the leg and I'm just going to thread it through. Make sure it's nice and flat. And then I'm just going to take a blob of hot glue right here. I'm going to fold this down and I'm going to hold it in place and let it cool down. And then that's going to attach our little legs. This one is so cute. I really like this one. It's kind of whimsical looking. Just hold that. I'll put another blob right here to hold that top part. Just like this. And then I'm going to do that to the other leg. And your wreath, or door hanger, whatever you want to call it, and I call them door hangers, will be done. Just fluff up your mesh a little bit on the front, fluff up your ribbon, and that's it. So I really hope that you liked this one. I had a ball making it. Y'all know I love Halloween. I'm like a little kid in a candy store when it comes to this kind of thing. If you liked it as well, please give me a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. I'll have the links to all of those in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye.